love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Hello guys, today I have a MOWAS2 video that I made, little editor mission for a dynamic campaign I've got set up. So the scenario is these Soviet reinforcements are needing to reach a defense, starting one of their major generals as the Germans push into the Soviet lines in 1941. However, these German troops did not get enough time to set up their prepared mines along the roads and that. The intel was incorrect on when the Soviet reinforcements would be coming through and reinforcing that front line. I don't know who will win. It could be the Soviets, it could be the Germans. If the Germans win and kill all the Soviets, then, well, their attack would be easier on that general. And if the Soviets win, then the Germans' attack will be a little bit harder. It takes more men than a skeleton crew. Let's just see how the battle plays out. I hope it just goes well, you know. Don't worry, I've got plenty of cinematics set up. I've learned all my scripting and that for this, so yeah. Just have to learn the best I can. Make good quality videos. Finish the poor equipment I have, so yeah. I do hope to turn this channel into a full wargaming channel. Hopefully have multiple games from Company of Heroes to Men of War to Armor to all of that eventually in the future. Once I, once I get a job and start earning money to pay for games and better systems and that. Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep it to the strategic, tactical RTS style games because that's what I like the best. Plus, I like creating missions like this. It offers up some dynamicness. Okay, enough of me gibbering on with nonsense. So the Germans' attack on the reinforcements didn't go so quite well. They only left out a few stragglers. The Soviets, I don't think, have lost any men. The Soviets have only lost one man. This is a very sad day for the Germans, as they have lost almost their whole entire force that was meant to be ambushing them. Maybe if these 3 men here could escape down the road and out of the map, they could warn the next attack on that the Soviets broke through and will be reinforcing that French line and expect to bring heavier stuff to solve it with. Let's just hope these men can make it. If not, it'd be extremely saddening. Retreat, fools. They're out of stamina and they couldn't run any faster. They're getting shot as they run. It is a sad day. It is a very sad day.
Jawohl. Verstanden.
They are making for retreats. Soon, they should be able to break through this area. And,
Jawohl.
yeah. Warn the next attack that the Soviets broke through. They have made it.
Jawohl.
They've made it. They have broken through. The Soviets will be continuing their march. It will be a very hard day tomorrow.
Soviet advance on the left flank, doing pretty well. There was a dual MG bunker. Keyword was. A lot of guts and gore where that bunker used to be. Looks like the gun and the turret. This T-34 is down. It's gonna have to retreat. Oh, that KV-2. Oh my god, look at that course. Oh my god, look at it. The AT gun's finally taken out. This T-34 is retreating. The SU-152 providing support as a Panzerschreck round. Oh.
We'll never know who will win, but we know if the Germans capture this general, they will have a great strategic something over the next few battles, in which place where they should be able to get supply lines from that general, so they're able to cut off his position, cut off their reinforcements and ammo. And their armoured cards got taken out. What a blow to the Germans. If they cannot get this, then it will be surely disappointing. One of the Soviet trenches has been knocked out. All people have been cleared for it, and the Germans are still pushing up. Reluctantly but pushing up. The Germans attacking this trench head on have seemed to stop and stoke their advance. Now they're moving again. They must have been just regathering their forces and attacking again. The Soviets coming in on the right flank, having severe trouble crossing this hill and taking out the troops posted on the other side of the fence, just on the other side of the hill. Some tough positions these Germans are going to knock these Soviets out of, and they've got them out of one. Let's just hope they can do it to the rest. The general sits in his barn with his radio man on the phone, desperately calling for backup. Backup that will not arrive, because meanwhile this is happening. German airplane strikes are hitting train tracks and supply convoys all over the Soviet Union, all over near the front line. This truly is a devastating day for both sides, the Germans and the Soviets. It is sad to see how many Soviet and German lives will be lost just because the Germans wanted some oil. Kinda sound like America there. But here we go. We got it. German troops are advancing this trench. There's one desperate, lonely fighter left holding it. So far he's taken out one of the attackers, and he won't give up. He's firing against the rest. He will keep firing until he is killed. True Soviet spirit, because if he retreats, he knows he will get shot. And there he goes, he's dead. What a tragic day for these Soviets. Now the radio man's under attack. He seemed to break away from the general to go out and help with the defense, as he sits there behind a wooden beam. He's killed trying to make a retreat for the trench on the far side of the barn. If these Germans are able to push, then they will be able to take this area, but if they do not, then I do not see how they are going to get the general. I do not wish to give them encouragement myself, but if I have to, then it must be so necessary. I think I might have to.
Verstanden. Jawohl.
Oh, there we go. No, never mind.
Erledigt!
Germans have finally figured it out. Sort of. It is disappointing to see that the Soviets could not have held their ground for any longer. I'm really disappointed in them. See, I've tested this match many times with the skeleton crew and with full reinforcements, and it is hard to say who wins because it always differs. As you see, it might be the Soviets that win. If the Soviets do win, then they will continue to keep getting supplies to their front lines to defend against the incoming German attack. Not much supplies, but enough to hold out them. This is 1941. The Germans are superior, but did not win every battle. They hope to win this one though. Whoop, sorry. Whoop. Yes. Disappointing. The Germans here. Germans just over the hill here. And Germans down here. I hate to do it.
Verstanden.
Gotta give them some encouragement to attack. Even so that one German has reached inside the barn. And he's got the general under gunpoint. I don't know whether he will move out to kill us the Soviets or just keep guard of that general. Soviets pushed up. Oh, some of them are retreating. This would be a severe case if it was for the Soviets, but it's not. Germans do not get shot when they are retreating. But nonetheless, they've pushed up. They're pushing up hard. Killing these Soviets. They fought valiantly, long and hard. They never normally survive this long. Even if I did not help the Germans, I still feel, even knowing I helped the Germans, I still feel the Soviets will last this long. These Germans will have no reinforcements until the next day. They cannot lose this, they will have no reinforcements. If they lose this, then the general is gone forever. They've got him under gunpoint but cannot move him. If they move him, the Soviets will shoot him themselves as he's retreating, as they're pulling him out. They need to kill every unit before they have won. It's a very long battle. But I think the Soviets might have this one. The Germans made it behind the Soviets. Right in the Soviets' left flank positions. Now all that's remaining is their front trench.
Jawohl.
The Soviets are pushing, the Germans are pushing up, I mean. They are pushing up. They are going to surround and yeah. They throw grenades. I hope for killing this. Hoping to flush them out of their trenches, but I do not think it's happening. They will. The Germans cannot afford another retreat. They cannot afford what happened. This will be disappointing. The High Command, the Wehrmacht High Command, would be severely disappointed in these Soviets, Germans, and they would seem to have underestimated the Soviets' willpower to fight
Verstanden.
against the Germans. Their only hope now was to flush them out with
Für
grenades
das Vaterland! Los!
and push into the trenches. If they cannot do that, then it is a sad day.
Jawohl.
Get this MG into the trench.
Nehmt sie unter Feuer!
This is what they need,
Machen zum
an MG
Angriff!
in the trench. If he was not reloading. Just like that. Just...
Stреляй им на счет!
No, he's dead.
Vorwärts!
They got some of the Soviets with those grenades.
Jawohl.
The last two Germans are destined to kill these Soviets. They want these guys dead.
Приготовиться к стрельбе!
But I'm afraid the Soviets have won.
Еще один готов!
The Soviets have won. They get to keep their general. The Germans' assault will be hindered severely by this, as the Soviet front lines will continue to be reinforced, as strategic railway sections and resupply points will not be found. This is a sad day. A very, very sad day for the Germans. Meanwhile, during that attack, German Luftwaffe was making strikes against known reinforcement points and railway stations. As you can see here, this is Stuka going for one of the known resource points full of troops that had a bunch of troops in it. Not many will survive that. Meanwhile, on other fronts, the Germans attack the retreating English that were helping France defend their country. The Germans push behind in force, ready to take out any enemies withstanding their occupation, as they shoot at the retreating units and the defending units. They make their way forward. So this will be some of the first pushes into French-held and English-held territories. This battle needs some help from me. Seems the Germans are having trouble taking out these sole English SMG and riflemen hanging back. What they did not know is that this former regiment would become part of the desert rats that will destroy them in the Africa campaign over the next few years. The English are about to be pushed completely out of France. It's coming to the end of 1941, and the Germans have a solid occupation in France and are gaining one in the Soviet Union. This will be a glorious campaign for the Germans. If they would attack. This will be glorious for them. They should have no trouble.
Verstanden. Jawohl.
No trouble at all. See, like this even screeds their ability that they're attacking at night. It doesn't even matter if English. It looks like the English were able to hold out the attack.
Jawohl.
That doesn't matter. Soon their panzers will come charging through, and they'll have nothing left to do except retreat. Looks like they've held out, but they will have to retreat because the next coming day they will get obliterated by panzers. That was just a forward attack. Alright guys, so that was my intro to the dynamic campaign that is going to span out over the complete war. Yeah, so if you made it all this way through the video, well, congrats to you. Would be surprising if you did. And if you did, and you did like the content I have created, please chuck a like and subscribe, comment on what battles I should do next, give me some dynamic campaign ideas. I already have some already for my mind, but more will be nice. Yeah, just give me some love for the hard work I've put into making these small battles to make this video. I appreciate the love. Yeah, just aiming to get 50 subscribers by either halfway through the series of the dynamic campaign. And yeah, I really want to continue doing this. Please give me the reason to. Alright, catch you guys in the next video. See ya.